All right. Welcome to the new episode of Cup of Joes, where you get your daily cup of Joe from a couple of Joes. Thank you for joining. Once you hear the clink, that means it's just about to get real. Caitlin Clark. Caitlin
Clark.
She's been doing things. Triple doubles. Triple doubles. I don't think anybody's doing that in the league, except for her.
I don't think it's been done. I think it was like a few years.
Ever. No,
I think it was a few years.
Yeah, I think it's 2 years since it's been done.
That's a problem. That's a problem.
That's a problem, but it also shows you how good she is, apparently, right? And is there a fucking controversy at all between Rookie of the Year? Should Angel Reese even be in the breath of that conversation?
No, not for rebounding.
She's an excellent rebounder, by the way.
The best.
One of the best.
The best, probably. But I think Caitlin Clark does more. I'm just going to... I can't even...
And she looks better doing it.
Whoa.
Not like that. Come on. Her athleticism, the way that she moves on the court. She plays like a fucking dude. I'll just say it. She plays like a dude.
Angel Reese running is a hard thing to watch.
Did you see that practice where they showed her pump fake?
Yeah.
Like, come on. Yeah. It just doesn't like... When she moves, it seems to me, and again, most of these girls could shake me. I would be nothing against it. But she seems to me when I'm watching her that she would just shake me on my fucking boots and I would have no way to I would be like flabbergasted trying to guard her.
Yeah.
And the way that she moves too. And she's doing moves in combination that other people I don't even think can do. Mm-hmm. And the passes that she's making are fucking amazing.
Yeah.
She would have probably 3 more triple doubles if her fucking teammates didn't drop half of them.
Yeah, as soon as she gets some more help around her, she's going to be really fucking good. That team is going to be really good. Right now, I think they're like second or third worst in the WNBA right now. But
yeah. And for good reason. They're the worst team in the league. That's why they got KO.
And the first pick last year.
And the first pick last year. So they haven't been doing well. But now, how did their contracts work? Is she signed for 3
or 4 years?
3, 4? Okay. So she'll be there for a while.
Yeah.
Gotta get her over to the motherfucking Valkyrie.
No shit.
That's the Warriors' new WNBA team.
Which man, they came in at the right time.
No shit, right?
They fucking hit the lottery. Every Tuesday, like, we've been fucking.
Can you tell me why we chose to give them purple and fucking black as colors? The fucking Sacramento Kings colors.
What's up with Sacramento? Sacramento had a team. What happened to them?
I don't know.
Were they good?
I thought so. Again, I didn't follow that league that much. So
it was the Sparks, right? Sacramento.
No.
Seattle.
Yeah, somewhere like that.
Monarchs.
It might have been Monarchs. Yeah. I don't know what happened to that team, and why did we choose the same colors as a Warriors affiliated team? Stupid
bullshit
marketing. Never get it. There's an old saying in marketing. I know I'm spending half of my money on the wrong things. I just don't know which ones they are.
It sounds like a wife thing too.
Yes. Sure. People are mad at us on TikTok, right?
That's so funny.
It is. There was a badly edited clip. You might see more of those from us.
That's just now our business model.
Yeah. It made it look like we were talking about Caitlin and Angel kind of at the same time. And if you watch the full cast, which I encourage you to do, then you'll know, you can get more context around what we were saying and how we were saying it.
Yeah, we didn't fuck it up.
Right,
the editor fucked it up.
So, the front part of it looks like we are talking about Angel Reese, but then it's cut to kind of look like we're continuing to talk about Angel Reese.
Right.
And everybody catches it like, wait, you can't be talking about Angel Reese, which I love because it further proves our point that Caitlin is better.
Right.
Yeah. We had some good conversation though, back and forth between, I didn't take a drink. That's not good. A couple of commenters that were very passionate about what they had to say and how they said it. A couple dumbasses, as you would agree with on on social media in general. We could call this podcast a couple dumbasses, as we've said before as well.
Don't take anything away from this podcast.
Please don't. You really need to question yourself if you do. So yeah, Caitlin did just play another game, the All-Star game. And I find it interesting that the WNBA All-Stars play against the Olympic team. That's kind of cool.
I wish we would do that.
Yeah, I wish we'd do the same.
Yeah.
Beat their ass.
Tore them up.
And Abawale, or I think that's how you pronounce her name. I'm so sorry if I'm fucking that up. She is, I want to watch her play now forever. She scored 34 points in the second half. She was hitting everything.
She balled out.
Yeah.
She only had like, what, 3 points in the first half?
Yep, 3 points.
It just went off.
And ended up with 34.
So she was the other snub,
Correct.
other than Caitlin Clark, that did not make the USA team.
Correct.
For the proof that they fucked up that roster.
Yeah. And Caitlin comes on, and of course, she says the perfect things. She's like, no, this just shows that, you can take any 12 of us, and we'll probably get.
I do agree with that.
I do agree with that.
That's the gold and silver medal winners right there.
Correct. We have been dominant in this sport, let me tell you. So, yeah, there's no real way to beat us.
Yeah.
Even if you had the 12 worst people in the league. So.
Yeah, Caitlin Clark put down a ridiculous pass. Did you see that? Where
Yes, I did.
Court?
Yes, I did.
Looked like a
Court vision and IQ, man.
Yeah.
She put it between 3 people, basically.
Yeah.
And she couldn't even see where the fuck it was supposed to go.
Yeah.
One hand.
Put it right there. She did not have a good scoring night.
No, but she did get the all-time rookie assist record in an All-Star game. 10
They
assists.
let her jack some threes and not one foul. I think she went 0 for 7.
Yeah, she did.
Yeah.
Yeah. She looked good doing it.
All right, so I did watch a little bit of the game, not live. Just I watched more than just like a handful of clips. Like I did watch a little bit of it. Something that is interesting, is their shots look a lot different. Women's shots
Just
feel
form-wise?
different. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like there's more. It's not as smooth and as clean as like a Klay Thompson, of course. No one is.
Yeah.
But it's so much more like body movement, like with the ball. I don't know what that is. It's got to be taught because I saw like 5 or 6 players do it. So it wasn't like one person had a weird shooting form. But like,
Do you mean leg movement in general, or what are you thinking? Just looks odd?
it looks odd. Like it's not as fluid. I can't explain it other than it's just not as fluid.
What I used to call it is like a disconnected shot.
Yeah, that's exactly
It feels like,
what it is.
okay, jump,
Yeah.
arms, then.
Yes. Yes. Yeah. That's
Where-
exactly what it is.
When you look at Steph or Clay, it just feels like all one motion. Right?
Exactly.
Interesting.
It's more mechanical.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you'll see some girls that do shoot like a dude, and vice versa.
Yeah.
Have you watched a couple dudes in the NBA shoot? There's some non shooters and non athletes in the NBA. We're talking about this in the comments there.
Yeah.
Nikola Jokic is one of them. He would tell you he's not an athlete while he's drinking a beer, riding a horse, but completely dominant in his sport because of his skill
last on
level.
his list.
The last thing he wants to do. It looks like, speaking of the WNBA,
Yeah.
it looks like the Fever are going to be in playoff contention.
Yeah.
And it looks like Caitlin Clark after the Olympics said, fuck y'all. I'm going God mode. And I'm just
100%.
about to show you what this is about.
Yeah. Everything looks good. Everything that she's doing looks good.
Yep.
Her shooting looks good. Her passing looks good.
People started catching the passes, and guess what? No more turnovers.
And oh my God, they're winning now.
Yeah. And she has thrown some dives in the last couple games, man. I think that girl Becky has been usually the receiver of them.
Yeah.
But she cuts really well. And she sees her and just with no space available, fucking throws it.
Yep.
And doesn't give a fuck.
They better start embracing her because she's about to take over the entire league. She's already taken it over, but like now, talent-wise, she is about to surpass everyone.
And then when you think of Cheryl Swoops, like you're an ambassador of your league. She goes on and talks about the Fever and how good they are, and doesn't mention Caitlin Clark's name on purpose. Obviously, you can't fucking do that by mistake.
Yep.
Like it's the race thing is playing hard here.
Yeah. There is no other league that does this.
Yeah, none.
There's no league that shuns their up-and-coming stars like the WNBA does.
Yep.
Victor Wembanyama. everyone praises him.
Yep.
Everybody says how amazing he is.
Yep.
Football does the same thing.
Now, when they get on the court with Victor, they're talking shit to his fucking face. Believe
100%.
They're showing after this.
100%.
They're calling him a bitch. They're calling him like all of the stuff. But not in the press.
Yeah. It's like promoting a fight.
Exactly.
You go out there, you guys could be best friends, but not today.
Nope.
Fuck you.
Yeah,
like,
you might actually slap him a little bit.
Yep, 100%. Because that's what builds interest.
We're selling the fight, right?
Yeah.
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 So they dropped the ball on this again, like they do on all things. I think that there's a lot more people coming around, though. Like, I see a lot more clips nowadays of like, all right, what are we even fucking talking about anymore?
Right.
What are we talking about?
Mm-hmm.
In every statistical category, Caitlin is the best rookie.
Best rookie, yeah.
Best rookie, except for rebounding. I'll give that to Angel Reese. But you're catching your own rebound. How many offensive rebounds are those of your own shot? And she's 44% on layups, though.
I swear to God, I was just going to say that.
I thought it.
I was getting so excited.
I thought it.
I was like, if you didn't say this, I'm so excited to blow your mind with this.
44% as a post player is fucking insane. Okay, legit. That means fucking 6 out of 10 layups that this girl goes to make, she misses.
And I don't want to hear anyone comment on this video saying you guys... No. Professional athletes should not miss more shots than they... or like, you should be making over 50% of your layups. Any professional athlete and college athlete should be over 50%. Do not come at me.
I think...
I didn't choose that career.
I think most gym players should be 50%. I think most 24-hour fitness players should be 50%. 50%? If I go up 10 times and I miss 5 of them, I've had a bad fucking game at the gym.
I'm being so generous right now.
We are. And so, yeah, I do think that she's getting some of her flowers in some areas. She's still being humble as hell, which I love. She's just saying all the right things, doing all the right things. She knows that her talent's going to prove out anyway, so
Right.
why be this petty?
Right.
No, don't get it twisted either. When she's on the court, she'll talk shit all the day. When she was playing against 3 Olympians in that game, I think a couple people were talking to her, and she went, I don't give a fuck, and then just hit some threes in your face.
Yep.
And went out and won the game. So, by the way, Diana Taurasi has still not won a game against her. So, go ahead and talk your shit about that learning curve, girl. But I think it's you are the one that started.
Yeah. Generally, I'm all about like putting like athletes within their own times.
Yeah.
But if you come out and you talk shit, all right, I'm fucking better. Like if, Joe Namath came out and like talk shit about Patrick Mahomes, it'd just be like, all right,
Hold on.
time out.
I want to talk about our favorite basketball player other than Steph Curry and LeBron James. Fuck you. And we'll ask Chris in a second what his is. Yeah, I want to talk about CC. I want to talk about Caitlin Clark because she just recorded her second triple-double.
Yep.
Second triple-double. Only rookie to ever do this, right?
Yep.
So now we have a couple records. We have a 19-assist game. We have all-time assist amongst rookies. And we have this now. She also is the fastest rookie to ever get to 100 three-pointers as well. Not the best percentage. She's at like 33%. But
The percentage will come.
it will,
Yeah,
right? There's that
absolutely.
small adjustment. It's just longer than the NCAA 3, right?
It's not like she's missing like 60% on layups.
But this is our continuing shitting on Angel Reese conversation. It doesn't have to be that we talk about Angel every time we talk about Caitlin. That's very true. Very true. But
They go hand in hand.
exactly, that she puts her name in the conversation a lot. And right now it's that Magic Bird situation that's helping the league, I think.
I think talking shit on Angel Reese, and I don't think that's really what we're doing. It's just comparing the two. It's, in my opinion, not really a comparison. But the conversation between two players rather than just the one is going to be better for the league.
Absolutely. I think so. How about you, Chris?
I mean, I agree. I mean, just look at everything, that's come along with it. You and I, we touched on this a little bit the other day, and I think everything they bring is great to the league, and I think it's an evolution. You have to evolve with the game.
Absolutely.
Just like the NBA, I mean, look where Steph Curry shoots from. they're stepping back. They're making it, now you're having to guard full court. Now you have to change your defensive strategy. Now you're basing your defense around pretty much like an unstoppable force,
Yeah, it's like Steph's
and
gravity, just like you said. You have to base your whole game now off of how much space he creates because of his gravity. And she has a lot of fucking gravity. I see a lot of plays where 3-4 players are on her.
which in return, the assist.
Yep.
Let's talk about some of those ridiculous behind the back passes and stuff like that, but I mean the girl's got talent. And like you said, I think it's good for the sport. You compare the two, like you said, it's better to have multiple in the conversation than just one. And the fact that we're sitting here talking about two rookies too.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? They get a lot of hate from other people, and I think even players in the, and I think players in the league, and they're opening different avenues for them. They're getting the private jets. Yep. They're getting the big marketing deals. They're starting to make some money.
Reese's Pieces deal, I think, is because of this, right? If they're not going back and forth a lot, she doesn't get that Reese's Pieces deal, which is great for the league and great for her. That's a no-brainer deal, right? She should have had that from the beginning.
And this is just scratching the surface, in my opinion. I think the league is going to get huge. A'ja Wilson doesn't get the coverage that she should. And she's so, she's so good.
She's ridiculous.
Kelsey Mitchell is on the Fever, is a fucking baller.
Yep.
Lexi Hall. I said her name was Becky last podcast. I'm so sorry, Lexi. You do look like a Becky, though. You got to admit that shit. I don't even know what that means. Do I get canceled for that? Yeah, okay, so she is number 3 in 3-point percentage right now in the whole fucking league. And she's getting those wide open Klay Thompson, Steph Curry shots right now. Mm-hmm. It's just helping everybody. And speaking of the behind the back pass and all that great shit, the last highlight I just saw was her getting into the lane, behind the back to Lexi, out to Mitchell for 3.
I was looking at the top 10 MVP list, and they had Caitlin Clark at 5 or 6, somewhere in there.
No shit.
And they were showing her points per game are 18, and she's a scorer. But they were showing A'ja Wilson at 27 or 28, and it's Jesus.
Yeah, she's a baller. And when you look at A'ja too, she's leading in 7 categories.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's a force to be reckoned with. I mean, I think how much the game has come along. It's a lot faster. You're selling out arenas now.
Yeah.
Which is awesome. I think obviously the next step that they probably want to see is probably more pay. Because let's be honest, let's have a big now first. Yeah, but but now with all everything's going in the right direction.
Yes.
And I just think more people need to be open to it, and not be it's. And again, and in 20, 30 years from now, the game's going to change even more.
Yep. Yeah, we'll be talking about completely other players that play the game a different. Maybe we'll go back to the post. Who knows?
As long as it gets looked at as a different sport, it's not the NBA. It's a completely different sport. Yeah. As long as that's kept in context, oh my God, it's going to blow up. It's going to be huge, and they're going to add the Bay Area market here next year.
Yeah, we got Valkyrie coming next year. We already got merch we can buy right now.
Yep. And you're starting to see NBA players too, invest in this, and
a lot more
with their support, along with obviously, got to be billionaires, but you reap the reward, you put in the effort, you put in the money, and you make it a lot more exciting. That's for sure.
Well, Steph just came out today and said that he wants to be an owner. Maybe it's not an NBA team.
So I was actually thinking about that. So you have LeBron, who's been posting a ton about Caitlin Clark. What if he jumps in?
Yeah.
There's a possibility. Now this is going to be super patriarchal, but
you're going to have them getting together as
no, have NBA players start buying different markets for teams, and they're the ones.
I'm in. I'm down with that. Yeah, for sure. They have the money to do it.
Would be great. The money would be there.
Yeah, and the NBA truly is one of the biggest supporters of the WNBA. Mm-hmm. Even if it wasn't the Stars,
absolutely,
they've always been. Hey, we're out there. Kyrie's been at many a games. LeBron's been at many a games. Steph has been at games. Steph did the thing with Sabrina at the 3-point contest. So they want to push it just as far as anybody else. They all have daughters too. That's interesting. Everybody I just said has a daughter.
Oh, they do. Yeah. You gotta intertwine. And and it's a great platform. The NBA obviously has the highest platform. The Olympics, all that just happened. Like, everyone was very focused on that because I don't think everyone necessarily thought that the U.S. was going to win.
Okay. Speaking of basketball,
yeah,
Caitlin Clark.
Okay.
Left off the USA team. What do you think?
Is it traditional? Okay, Cameron Brink was invited, right? She was just drafted as well.
She's on the 3-on-3 team.
Ooh, okay. Didn't know that. So they left off 3-on-3 too?
Yeah.
What the fuck? At least put her on a 3-on-3 team.
I honestly didn't know there was a 3-on-3 team until earlier this week.
There's a 3-on-3 league that's hella competitive too.
Yeah.
It comes across my timeline every now and then.
Right.
But it is Olympic men too. You get a 3-on-3. Yep. We never watch it.
Yeah. Do they send NBA players to that? Or
no, the big three players come.
Jay Rich still got it.
I would watch that shit. They should do that if they're not. Maybe I'm just lying too. Again, fact check us. We never check our facts on this show. But it could not be a 3v3 male 2024 summer sport. But there is definitely a female one.
Yeah.
And what kind of, see, this is going to be like lack of knowledge again. What kind of women are on that team? Are any rookies?
On the 3-on-3 team or?
On the regular team, let's say.
The regular team, there are no rookies on this one.
Okay.
Historically, they have. Candace Parker made it. Diana Taurasi made it.
If Parker and Taurasi made it, then why can't she? Yeah.
Man, I'm so torn on this. On one hand, I don't think she has the stats. I don't think she has...
The winning percentage, first of all.
Yeah, she has not proven that she should be there.
Yeah.
Over anyone else.
Yeah. Yeah. Taking someone else's spot.
On the other hand, she's so important for women's basketball. And if women's basketball continues to push her out, honestly, if I were her, go to the big three. Go make different money. Go to Barstool. Like,
shit, she already made 28 mil with Nike.
Right.
She don't need money.
So, man, I'm so torn because I don't believe in putting someone on there who doesn't deserve to be there. But at the same time, you kind of need it. So it's, fuck, that's a...
They're dropping the ball at every fucking turn with this.
Yeah.
And the league is, I think, trying to do the right things and pushing her, and they give her that big TV package and all that stuff. But everybody else involved is just dropping the fucking ball on this. This is Larry at Magic. This is Steph.
Right.
More aptly, this is Steph.
Yep.
Fucking ride this shit as far as you can.
I'd give it the rest of the season. And honestly, if I were her, go do your own thing. Go somewhere else.
Is she signed for like 2 years, 3? She was number one overall pick?
Yeah, I think it's like a
2-3 years.
4-year deal, but after this year, 3.
Yeah. Season's not that long.
Missed out on $200,000. Like,
is the big three in a different time than the WNBA?
I think it's at the same. I think it's going on right now.
Okay. You ever watch that shit?
I've never watched it.
I love the idea. I love the concept. I love the people that are involved. Like Chris Brown has a team. He's out there beating women, hitting threes. But
yeah,
I've never fucking watched the game.
Same reason I don't watch WNBA. Like I want to see the best players play.
Yeah. So there's chicks in the big three right now, or no?
No, I think that was just a
Okay.
Obviously publicity stunt, but
yeah,
I think you'd make the money if you can market her correctly. The WNBA
even if you
is
fucked
not
up
doing
and
that.
didn't market it correctly, you'd probably still make the money back.
Yeah, I mean, Caitlin Clark being on the USA team would have created so much money, so much momentum, and they're just stopping that momentum at every single point. And at some point, you got to look at it a little bit businessy. Like
you do. She would be the number one jersey sales.
Yep.
For the Olympics.
And I don't think there's anything negative about putting her on, because either they go and win a gold and she barely plays, and it's like, perfect, that's totally fine. We still won gold. We're going to blow out every team anyways.
Yeah,
she's going to get 10 minutes every game minimum.
Yeah.
She's going to go score her 6 to 12 points and
have a happy life.
Create buzz for next Olympic cycle so that she can then be the leader of that team. Or she fails super hard, and then the WNBA can be like, see, we're better than her. Come watch us because we're good too. Like, there's no negative to it.
I don't see how you lose. I think the only negative some of them are saying is she is the actual one.
Right.
I think that's the problem right now. Because if she goes to the Olympics and fucking scores 30 a game, kills everybody, and then comes back to the league like second year and fucking goes on a tear, they're like, oh shit, she is this. And we don't want that.
It's coming.
It's coming.
It's coming.
It's coming. You could see the streaks, the 33-point game, the winning attitude.
Yeah.
Like, you can see it. And they're going to probably get better draft picks, and other people now are going to have interest in that team. Watch their free agency this year.
Hopefully. You got to have someone who wants to play with her. And I don't know how many people want to play with her.
Yeah, that's true, too. There's got to be a couple girls out there like, fuck it, I'm just going to...
She needs
I'm going to Draymond this shit up.
She needs a Klay Thompson to just, hey, I'm totally good playing second.
Yep. She needs a Draymond Green.
You're the star. It needs a Draymond Green to say, hey, I'm going to take people's heads off if they foul you.
Vicious picks for you. Every fucking time.
If they foul you, someone's getting dropped.
Yep. And I'm getting kicked out. Probably every game. She's going to be great. And I think that when people see that too, like, initially that's why all the LeBron hate, right? He was put up on this pedestal. We all like to see people get fucking knocked off that pedestal and break their head. And when they don't, you're like, well, fuck it. What do you mean? What goes up doesn't come down?
Honestly, that's how I felt about Wembanyama. I wanted to see him fail a little bit.
Yeah. See, there is that.
Yeah.
We want to see the underdog win every single time.
Yep.
And we want to see the number one dude just like, fuck you. Number one, who said?
It's like, there's no middle ground to it. It's either like, I want you to be great. Like, I want to think that I'm seeing something I'll never see again. Or I want you to fail so bad that it's a great watch for everyone.
Yeah, I want to look at it. So the WNBA season is coming to an end. I don't know if it's today, but I know the Fever's last game's today at 4 p.m. Pacific time. Catch it. Caitlin, first of all, absolutely solidified Rookie of the Year. There should be no question in anybody's mind. There really shouldn't be.
It's going to be unanimous.
Yep, and if you're questioning it, you got to look at yourself. That's the only thing that's happening here. Mm-hmm. That's really it.
Yep.
If Asia wasn't balling out of her fucking mind, she might be an MVP candidate talk.
Absolutely.
What was the stat that you told me about? That she's doing better than Asia? I mean, I still think Asia should definitely be the MVP.
I'm going to read this stat out.
Yeah, please.
I'm not giving an opinion here. This is going through saying that, Caitlin Clark is actually the MVP because of these stats.
Okay.
Points per game, 19.5 for Caitlin, 27 for Asia Wilson. She's the best in the NBA.
Yeah.
By far. Or yes. WNBA. Assists per game, 8.4 versus 2.3 for Asia Wilson. Total points, 761 for Caitlin, 1,000 for Asia Wilson. I don't know when these stats were last pulled. I'm sure it was in the last week, though.
Yeah.
But total assists, 329 versus only 86.
Wow.
Okay. Now, total contributed assist points. Caitlin Clark has 734 versus 217.
So attributed assist points, meaning I got an assist and that points were scored off it.
Yes.
Okay.
So off of the assists that Caitlin Clark gave, her team scored 734 points versus only 217.
Which makes sense for the assist numbers too on both sides, right? Yeah.
Right. Now, you add those together, Caitlin Clark.
Totally combined for her team.
Yeah. So her own points plus the assist, 1,495 points versus only 1,217.
Okay.
So points per game, Caitlin Clark attributes 38.3 points per game versus 32.9 for Asia Wilson. So
let's see what they're saying there.
What that stat is saying is Caitlin Clark actually contributes more to her team. The argument for me on that would be Asia Wilson does so much that her gravity is probably, it's it I have not watched.
Yeah,
like her gravity
is crazy.
Yeah.
And is much more than Caitlin at this point.
Yeah.
And I think that if you take Caitlin off the team and you took Asia off the team, I think the Fever suffer more. Oh, no, I'm sorry. I think the whatever team.
The Aces.
The Aces suffer more.
Right. Now they're loaded. They have Kelsey Plum.
They do.
They are loaded, but I still feel that way.
And she's on a loaded, stacked team doing that shit too.
Yeah.
Whereas nobody's really heard much except for about Chelsea Mitchell on their team beforehand.
Yep.
And obviously making all of them better too. Like the way, there's ways to affect the game too. There's the Kobe way of just score and dominate and fuck my assists, which Asia kind of does. And then there's the LeBron way, if you will, of I can score and dominate, but I can do this other shit too.
Right.
And I believe that Asia's a way better defender as well.
I agree with that.
And that's going to come with time. Caitlin's got to bulk up a little bit. She just came out of college. Some of these girls are Brittany Griner, you know? Some of these girls are guys.
Hey, that's what we're canceled for. That's the one. Mark was
She was put in a male prison in Russia, okay? Have you seen the pictures of her with her shirt off?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. Do what you do. I don't know how you were born, and I love you either way. I'm just saying.
Yeah. Yeah.
You're kind of doodly. She got ejected, too. She got in, on like a fist fight altercation with somebody last night and got ejected from a game.
Griner.
Her and what? Brittany Griner, yeah.
Yeah, shit.
Yep. And she's 6'9", dude. She's 6'9" and came across this girl and just laid her out. Probably not even thinking that she was going to do that, but she's crazy. A big dude. It's all fine, Brittany. I'd hit it. God damn, I'm just digging deeper.
Oh, shit. All right, so I didn't know this about Asia Wilson.
Yeah.
I was looking up her rookie stats just to see it.
Oh, yeah. Good question.
She was an MVP.
Rookie.
As a rookie. She had 20.7 points a game.
20.7. So she's not that fucking far off with her 19, huh?
No, she's not.
So she was best in the league at that time. When did she come in?
2018.
Okay.
Assists were still at 2, that's her career average.
Yeah, she's not that. She's a scorer.
Yeah.
She played 2 guard, right? I don't even know what position she plays. Sorry. We'll know more about you coming up. I'm very interested.
Center.
She's just not a fucking center.
Per Basketball Reference, that's her listed.
She's a fucking center? She has guard skills.
Yeah. What position?
What the fuck? I could see forward or something like that.
Yeah. She's a center.
Holy shit.
How tall is she? What are her measurables?
6'6".
She's only 6'4".
She's the center? She could play Brittany Griner 6'9"?
She's like Draymond.
And we love you, Dre. But that's exactly what she's like.
Damn.
Crazy.
That, my mind is blown.
Yeah. She does not seem like a center to me.
Yeah, so her stats right now, she's averaging 26.9, 11.9 rebounds, 2.3 assists.
Yeah.
She's badass.
Badass. Dominating. Yeah, I'm very interested to see the postseason. Caitlin comes alive in moments like that. And I know that competition, just like in the NBA or any postseason sport, things get better. Competition comes out, or people get exposed as well.
Right. What's the playoff format for WNBA?
Good question. I think it's 1-1-1-2-1. I don't know what it is, dude. It's not 7 though. I think it's a 5.
5-game series?
Yeah.
Okay.
1-2-1-1-1 maybe. That's how the NBA is in the 5s, right?
Yeah.
That makes the most sense. 1-2-1-1.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll get to see her on a national stage.
Yep.
On probably are they gonna broadcast them on TNT?
Yeah. Get one last basketball. That'd be really smart of TNT to go and pick that up since they lost the contract.
Yeah. Fuck. That'd be cool. Yeah, so we want to get into a little bit of WNBA because the playoffs have just started.
Mm-hmm.
And, of course, there's a stat out that Caitlin's games are obviously the highest costing games. They cost more than every regular season game combined or some shit.
Because of racism.
Yeah, because of racism. So Her tickets were $133 average.
Yep.
Where most tickets are like $33 average. Right. Doing good for the league, you know? So I heard this thing on that topic about racism. I don't know where it was. Maybe it was on ESPN or something like that. So I did hear this thing. I think it was on ESPN. Somebody said that the reason they hate on her so much is because she's the minority in the league. She's a white straight woman that shows off her boyfriend in a black queer league, is what they said. It's homosexuality. And my instinct was to be like, okay, well, is the NBA have the same percentage of out people? But we'll never know, because even like the stuff that came out about Dwight Howard, people were shocked about that, right? And he's obviously openly either bisexual or gay. So I don't know if we ever get a true statistic on that, but I've heard this one. They did it in 2022 for the WNBA. 38% identify as homosexual. I wonder if it's the same in the league. I don't know. There's a lot more players, obviously.
Yeah, I would.
Right? There's only 133 players in the WNBA. Mm-hmm. So if you have 40 of them that gives you the percentage.
Right.
So that's why we talked about this before too. It's the only active league where people on the other team are exes or sleeping with each other, which is real fun to watch. We can bet against this too, right?
Yep.
This bitch is gonna have a great game. That bitch cheated on her. With that bitch, that's on her team. So I'm all for it. But yeah, I think that's why she gets a lot of hate, and that's why I think the race thing comes up so much, is because I think that too. Even playing basketball, I don't know if you've ever experienced this on a pickup court or anywhere. I've been called pick up the white boy. I've been called so many racial things on a basketball court.
100%.
That I've never been called before. Now, after I play a little bit, they're like, I better shut the fuck up because this dude's killing me. All right, that's going to do it for us for Cup of Joe's. Thanks for watching. Thanks for subscribing. Thanks for being with us. Appreciate you. Cheers.